Sharon and I just finished painting the first coat of white dry coat paint on the roof of our house, which this will eventually be our second floor, and we will put tile down on here, and our bedroom will be upstairs here. This is the first coat. We're going to do one more coat tomorrow so that we can have it so that this entire surface is nice and clean and white, and that's the sound of the tree frogs next to us. The sun is setting and the tree frogs are really getting excited. So this paint is made by Lanco. It's a foundation paint. It's waterproof, it's a sealer, and it's made for foundations and cement. When we poured this pad on the roof, the second floor, we also added a cement additive to make the cement that's on the roof waterproof. And that way, when we go through the rainy season over the next few months when we're not here, we don't have to worry about water making any intrusions in the cement or causing any grief down the road until we get this all covered and tiled and all the rest of the work done when we come back in the fall. So there's our nice white roof on the second story. Well, the tree frogs sing away at us. Still painting the roof, and the boys are there's all their second coat being done. Got the second coat all the way up to here, and the boys over down the ground are doing the door for our deposito, which is underneath our front deck. And I want to walk on the wet paint here. And our deck and our deposito is going to be underneath, so we can secure all of our stuff. And we have to bug out of here and head back to Canada tomorrow before Canada closes the border. So this will be our last day here in the beautiful, beautiful sunshine and the beautiful blue sky and the warm weather. And I wish we could stay.
We've covered all the kitchen furniture in a tarp and held it down with some cement blocks just to try and keep the majority of the dust off it while we're gone. And put all the rest of the stuff back here out of the view of everyone, and we shall start again when we get back with the next projects.
La plata. Está buena esa técnica.
Sí.
Con el tanque seco.
En el tanque séptico aquí en el tubo, solo capture de gas por el tanque séptico.
Más nada, no tiene que usar más nada más.
¿No?
Directo al tanque.
Directo al tanque. Sí. No necesito bomba, no presión, no en el tanque chica, que necesito presión por el líquido, por el propane, por el LPG. End of the last day, packing up the last bits, cleaning up. Inside of the house. Got our biodigestor tanks ready, but not in place yet. The one on the left will stack on top of the one on the right. And we'll still have access to a little white line coming out here, which is going to come down and go over and connect to our solar system, which our solar system will eventually be right over in that space over there. to the left of the water pipes. And this tank, as I said, will go up on top of here, and that will rise up and fall down as we get biogas. So as the gas fills, it will lift because the bottom tank will have water in it. And as this tank lifts up in the air inside the cage will be on top. When it reaches the top, it's full, and every time we open the turn on the hot water inside, it'll gravity will press down on that tank and push the gas over to the hot water tank heater, which will hang outside here just before it goes into the house. And yeah, and then our actual drinking water pressure tank will sit on top of that even, so we'll have lots of water pressure in our shower and stuff whenever we open the taps. And right down between here right now, you can see just a little bit of paper sticking out. That's where our electrical feed goes into the house. So again, once the tank on the left is gone up on top, that's in exactly the right spot. And then just to the left of it, we'll build a little wall that comes out, runs right across here along that gravel line and meets that wall there. And that will be a garden between that space and the wall of the house, just about the same height as this window, so where the glass blocks are. So those glass blocks are in the shower, so you'll have flowers and color outside the glass blocks when the garden gets going out here on the outside. And then coming around to where we started our excavation for our septic tank, but we didn't quite get it finished because we have to bug out of the country with COVID happening. So we've cleaned up this side of the house, and we've got a temporary door on our deposito with a lock and all that good stuff down there ready to go. And we've moved anything important into that so we can lock it all up securely until we come back. Alrighty, since we had to leave early in a bit of a rush and didn't get a chance to finish our septic system, what do we do with the pipe that comes out here, and what happens if A, we get water inside the house, how does it leave, because we do have floor drains, and B, how do we keep water from coming in the rainy season through the pipe? So what I've done is I've glued on a 90-degree and a little extension piece on it and a cap, and in the cap I've drilled little tiny pinholes so that it will keep out the bigger insects, and it will allow the water to come out of this pipe. Now, the big thing about this pipe is that this pipe is actually 3.5 feet below all of the floors in our house, because if the pipe goes through the ground here, comes up the wall, and then our actual floor is right here at this level. So that pipe from outside would have to fill up all of this height, which isn't going to happen, and that to get any kind of water inside the house from outside. So this will be our solution for now, temporarily, and then when we come back in November, we will finish the line as originally planned when we have the time to put in the rest of our septic system, and this hole and onto a second tank, and then down to a leach bed after that.
Hey everyone, happy St. Patrick's Day 2020. This is the extent of my celebrations, looking at the greenery around me, which is perfectly fine. We've spent the day finishing up last minute projects and putting everything into the storage locker that we built underneath the deck, and tidying up everything. So we're going to be closing up the house and heading to Panama City tomorrow to try and get a flight home. We had originally planned to come home on March 29th, and we rebooked that to come home this coming Sunday, but now things seem to be getting a little more intense, and there's talk that the bridge going into Panama City may be closed, so we need to get across that bridge to get to the airport. So we're going to try and go tomorrow and see what happens, if we can get out on a flight or not. So we'll keep you all posted, and thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned in December for the rest of our adventures.